Arsenal versus Manchester City predicted lineup. That is right lads, the FA Cup semi-final is finally here, with Arsenal of course getting hit with a last minute winner from Danny Ceballos against Sheffield United. In many ways your boy is very excited and also very nervous, because in terms of the opponents we have Manchester City, and as you all know, the last time we played them we lost 3-0 and it was a David Luiz disaster class. And even in terms of our overall record of Pep at City, it has not been good whatsoever. But on the other hand, you can also say this is the Arsenal Cup, because Arsenal are the record FA Cup winners of 13 FA Cup wins, the last time of course being back in 2017 up against champions at the time, Chelsea. What a day to be alive. So going into the semi-final, of course, Arsenal need to make sure their lineup is on point. I mean, after all, they're second in the league, they scored the most goals, they've got the best defence, and they've got players like Kevin De Bruyne. And I am very scared of Kevin De Bruyne. So as Mikel once again goes up against his ex-manager in Pep Guardiola, let's just say this is going to be a very interesting one. So with that being said guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss my Arsenal versus Manchester City FA Cup semi-final predicted night. Let's be having ya! Arsenal. I said Arsenal. It has been a disastrous season for Arsenal Football Club. Embarrassed in the Europa League, embarrassed in the Premier League, barely mid-table. So let's just say in terms of the FA Cup, this is our only option of getting some sort of dignity. So Arsenal, I'm begging you, just get the win. Yo, what's on guys, my name is Bassel, welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss Arsenal as we go up against Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. That is right lads, the FA Cup is back and we are going back to Wembley. In terms of our opponents, of course, it is Man City, Pep Guardiola's Man City, a team that Arsenal have not beaten since 2017. The game itself was an FA Cup semi-final, Alexis Sanchez last minute winner, absolute scenes. But then again lads, the last time we played Man City we lost 3-0 and it was a David Luiz disaster class. So let's just say the odds are definitely not in our favour. All that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there and smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on your predictions, your predicted lineups. How do you think Arsenal should line up? Who should start? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also as always, make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said guys, let's get into this and let's discuss the FA Cup semi-final as Arsenal go up against Manchester City. We're going to Wembley, let's get a win at Wembley, let's be having ya. Right, starting off in goal, it's gonna have to be Emiliano Martinez. Hey yo Emiliano, it's time to give you even more praise. This is a guy who had all the pressure coming into the Arsenal team, replacing the injured Bernd Leno. Not only had Leno had a fantastic season, but he also arguably was our best player at the time. I may just go back to the Man City game we lost 3-0. That game could have been 6 if it wasn't for Bernd Leno. So coming into such massive boots, it was always going to be a difficult task. And there was a lot of fans, including myself, thinking, do we need to buy a replacement? But boy, were we wrong about Emiliano Martinez. Because forget about just trusting this guy. This guy for me, I'll say it on my chest, is the best backup goalkeeper in the Premier League. Since coming into the Arsenal line, the guy's been nothing short of absolutely magnificent. Keeping clean sheets, keeping Arsenal in games, and saving Arsenal points. Just go back to the Liverpool game. In the last embers of the game, Trent takes a shot and Martinez makes one of the saves, if not the save of the season. This is a guy now who, I will say it again, is the best backup in the Premier League. Move aside Romero, Argentina's number 1 is here, he has arrived. Emiliano Martinez has to start. Moving on to the first centre back lads, and it's gonna be Rob Holdini. And I will say Rob Holdini with my chest, because in the last game against Liverpool, of course, he put in a defensive masterclass. Not only did he have Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino on the ropes FC, but he also had a standout defensive performance, making 2 tackles, 6 clearances and being dribbled past a total of 0 times. And also with the Arsenal defenders right now, let's just say I don't trust the majority of them. Yes, you could start Scotta and Mustafi, but Mustafi, really? FA Cup semi-final baby, I ain't taking no risks. So yes, it may have just been one good game for Rob Holding, but at the same time I certainly trust him a lot more than our other defenders right now. And if Rob Holding can rekindle the form of the FA Cup final of of 2017. Let's just say we might once again be going to the Wembley in the FA Cup final. Moving on to the next centre back, it's gonna be David Luiz. Yes, I just said it, David Luiz. And let's get straight in terms of David Luiz and Manchester City. The history is not good because, of course, going back to the last time we played Man City, we lost 3-0. Now, of course, it was a game where Arsenal had 2 injuries in the first 20 minutes, so that's not helpful. But then, of course, with David Luiz coming on, he had a disaster class upon disaster class, and even that is an understatement. Not only did he give away the first goal with a stupid clearance, but he also was sent off and given a penalty to give Man City a 2-0 lead. So let's just say starting David Luiz is a massive risk, and I understand that as well. But at the same time, let's make no mistake, in terms of the back three, David Luiz has looked somewhat solid. But then again, lads, this is David Luiz and I still don't trust him. And let's just say, David, yes, you had a disaster class in the first time against Man City, but maybe you can use this game for a bit of redemption and go on to show the world that you are not a clown and you can somewhat be trusted. Yes, this could come back to backfire. David, my trust is with you. Please, 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 do not let me down. Moving on to the third and final centre back, it's going to be man like Kieran Tierney. One centre back who I most certainly trust. Now, in terms of Kieran Tierney, of course, in the last game against Liverpool, he started as his left centre back, replacing, of course, Sead Kolasinac, who was dropped out of the Arsenal lineup after a horrendous mistake against Tottenham. And let's just say we witnessed a Kieran Tierney masterclass. Not only was he good in the ball, moving the ball forwards, but also had Mohamed Salah in his pocket alongside his club card and his car keys. So let's just say if you can keep a player like Salah quiet, then you can also keep Raheem Sterling quiet. I think in the game against Liverpool, what he showed is he's more than capable of playing as a left centre back. He's always switched on, he makes the right movements, he defends well, and he's a very solid player as well. And again, lads, in terms of Kolasinac, I don't trust this guy for anything. So in this game, make no mistake, man like Kieran Tierney has to start as that left-footed centre back. Kieran, you had a masterclass against Liverpool. Repeat it again and I will definitely buy you a meal deal. Let me know what you want in the comments below. Moving on to the wing backs now, the right wing back, it's going to be Hector Bellerin. Decisions. Now, of course, in this game, I could easily start Sergio Suarez or even AZ Maitland-Niles, but I am going to go for man like Hector Bellerin. In terms of reasons why, of course, the simple fact is this guy is a very good player going forwards, and going back to the North London derby, he was one of our standout players going forwards. He cost Tottenham a lot of issues. Now, make no mistake, if this was a back four, I definitely would not start Bellerin. But with this being a back three, he has that bit more defensive assurance behind him, and therefore I am more than happy to see him start as that right wing back. Because yes, defensively the guy can be shaky, but going forwards he is always a threat with his movement. But of course, the issue with Bellerin is not getting into positions, it's more the fact if does he have the final ball. And the only person that can answer that is man like Hector Bellerin himself. This is a game where we need you, Bellerin. Head to win the game. Not only are we going to the FA Cup final, but you can also plant some trees. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who would you start as a right wing back? Cedric Suarez, AZ Maitland-Niles, or Hector Bellerin? Moving on to the left wing back, lads, it's going to be Bukayo Saka. Even in left wing back, I am not starting Kolasinac for anything. Instead, I will start man like Bukayo Saka, who against Liverpool in that role was nothing short of brilliant. Not only did he get forwards perfectly, but he also showed us a bit of defensive steel and assurance. And also what I like about this team is the fact that because we've got 2 left backs there, in games going forward, you can switch to a back forward, because what can happen is Saka moves into midfield and then he moves to the left back and we go back to a back 4. So not only could we benefit from the defensive assurance of a back 3, but also we can get forwards and have the back 4 and a midfield 3 and cause Man City issues. And of course, in terms of Bukayo Saka, 12 assists speaks for himself. Bukayo Saka is our most creative player, so Bukayo Saka has to start as that left wing back. And it's time for you to shine, Bukayo. Golden boy season is here. Let's see if you can shine if the FA Cup semi-final. Bukayo, I trust in you. Let's be having ya. Moving on to the first midfielder, it's going to be Dani Ceballos. Hey yo, Mr. Dani Ceballos, what a player we have here. Of course, with Arteta leaving Ceballos on the bench against Liverpool, I think what he indicated was this guy's going to start in the FA Cup final. And rightly so. This guy has been nothing short of magical since the restart. Not only is he fantastic going forward, his dribbling, his passing, his key passing, his incisive passing. But what I've been most impressed by is his defensive ability. Despite coming on in 40 minutes against Liverpool, Ceballos still went on to make the most defensive actions on the pitch. This guy is becoming a very good all-round midfielder. And so let's get straight, as there's no a single doubt in my head in this game. Mr. Schreller and Mr. Paella, Dani Ceballos has to start. And of course, if it wasn't for Ceballos himself, we wouldn't be here in the first place, because of course it was his last minute winner against Sheffield United is the reason why we are in the FA Cup semi-final. So let's just say, Danny, if you fancy another last minute winner, then it is all over to you, mi hermano. Moving on to his partner midfield, it's going to be man like Granit Xhaka. This midfield partnership with Xhaka and Ceballos, the more I see it, the more I want to see it. Not only do these guys complement each other, but they also work as a cohesive unit. They know where to go forwards, they know when to stay back, they know how to defend, and they know how to press as well. So let's just say the Xhaka-Ceballos partnership is a partnership that is starting to flourish, and so I don't see a single reason why Arsenal should not play this partnership in midfield. And in terms of Granit Xhaka, he is also an experienced FA Cup winner, because of course he was there in the 2017 FA Cup final against Chelsea, where he put in a fantastic performance against N'Golo Kante. So let's just say, Granit, yes, of course, last time against City you got injured in the first 2 minutes. This time it is time for a bit of redemption. Xhaka has to start. So lads, moving on to the front three, right winger Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe, this is a game, this is the FA Cup semi-final, and this is a game where we're gonna need your presence, blood. I think the issue we have with Nicolas Pepe right now is very simple. In terms of Nicolas Pepe, for me as Arsenal fans, we have no issue with his goal contributions. The guy gets goals, the guy gets assists, and I have no issue with that. There's too many games where this guy just goes missing and he doesn't also the ball enough, and he doesn't cause the opposition team enough problems, because there is no doubting the talent of Nicolas Pepe, and make no mistake, he should be one of Arsenal's biggest threats. But let's just get it straight, lads, this is the biggest occasion, this is the FA Cup semi-final, so Nicolas, let's hope you deliver on the Presence Blood FC, because we most certainly are going to need it. Moving on to the striker, lads, it's going to be Alexandre Lacazette. Let's just say, lads, life comes at you very fast. A few weeks ago, your boy was slandering Lacazette left, right and centre, and I'll tell you what, maybe he was a bit over the top. But in terms of Lacazette now, this is a guy who's reclaimed his confidence, and where confidence has followed goals. Not only has he scored against Wolves, he scored against Tottenham, a banger, and he also scored against Liverpool, the champions. So let's just say Laka is back in form. And also in terms of a key tactic that I saw in the Liverpool game was the fact that Lacazette was dropping off deeper, and by doing that against Liverpool, I think this is something Arteta is going to do once again going into this game, because of course what you would have was Lacazette drop deeper and you have Nelson and Pepe stay high up the pitch. He caused Liverpool a lot of issues, not only going forwards but also when it comes to winning the ball back. Make no mistake, this guy is a big game player. I mean, just look at the last few games as an example. Goal against Wolves, goal against Tottenham, and a goal against Liverpool. Big games, Lacazette is here to be seen. So Alexandre Lacazette, let me get it straight. I'm not going to say you're back yet, but score the winning goal in the FA Cup semi-final and maybe you will actually be back. So it is all over to you, Alexandre Lacazette. And finally, lads, left winger is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Obama who? Obama what? Obama, we need you in this game, so hopefully you score. Yes, that is right, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. This is a game where I need you to turn up, because after all, not only are you the Arsenal top goal scorer, you are also the Arsenal captain. And in terms of Aubameyang, yes, as much as I love him as a player and I appreciate him as a player, one thing I will say though, in terms of big games, how many times do we see Aubameyang turn up? I mean, has Aubameyang even ever scored against Manchester City? So let's just get it straight, Aubameyang, yes, it's fantastic scoring 30-20 goals a season, but this is a game where it's a big game, and it's a game where we want our captain, our goal scorer to step up, because as much as I used to criticize players like Giroud and so, in these games, those men used to turn up. And so with this being the first FA Cup semi-final Aubameyang's played in, let's just say I want to see Aubameyang score some goals, because of course the last time Arsenal played at Wembley, it was against Tottenham last year, and it was Aubameyang who missed the last minute penalty. So yes, that was depressing, but make no mistake, Aubameyang, now is your time to shine. It is now time for a bit of redemption. And so make no mistake, in terms of the front three of Lacazette, Aubameyang and Pepe, it's a menacing front three, it's a good front three, but it's a front three that I would like to see deliver. This is a big game. We have nothing left to play for the season except for the FA Cup. So the Arsenal players, all I am asking for you now is time to turn up. To put it very simply to the Arsenal players, it has been an awful season for the Arsenal fans. We have suffered left, right and centre, and now is your time to shine. It's the FA Cup semi-final, it is the big one. Let's get to the final, let's beat Man City, and let's show Pep Guardiola for the fraud that he is. But all jokes aside, Arsenal players, it's over to you, get the job done. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there and smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on your predictions, your predicted lineups, and how do you think Arsenal can beat Manchester City. Also, lads, make sure to tune into the FA Cup semi-final watch along on my channel on Saturday. Your boy is actually going to be in Amsterdam, and I will also be joining with a few offsiders as well. And let's just say, if Arsenal don't get the win, your boy's gonna go out there and drink his sorrows away. Also, lads, make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, let's end the video there. Arsenal Football Club, the semi-final of the FA Cup is here. It's up against Man City. The odds are against us, but this of course is the Arsenal 13-time FA Cup winners. It's time to live up to the history, and let's get the win, and let's get to the FA Cup final. Arsenal is over to you. I will see you next time in Amsterdam in a bit.